What kind of mistakes can bad advice lead you to make? Let's check out these tweets. First, we have one from Whitney. Whitney says, "My dad told me when I started driving not to put my blinkers on because it was nobody's business where I was going." That's bad advice. Madeline also gets some bad advice from her dad. She says, "My dad told me blue-eyed bumblebees don't sting, so I went around grabbing bumblebees to see their eye color." And this last one from AJ. AJ says, "I was told if I smelled the swimming lines at the bottom of the pool that they'd smell like cherry. Turns out it really hurts." Hashtag bad advice. I think AJ's is my favorite. Now, bad advice can sometimes cause division. 1 Kings chapter 12 tells us about two instances of bad advice, and it concerns division among God's people. See, a new king was going to be recognized, and his name was Rehoboam. Rehoboam's grandfather, David, was a pretty honorable king. And just like his grandfather, Rehoboam had to be accepted by two tribes in order to be the king over all God's people. He had to be accepted by his own southern tribe of Judah and a whole bunch of northern tribes. Well, the leader of the northern tribes, a guy who was appointed, his name was Jeroboam, came to Rehoboam and said, "Hey, we will accept you as king if you ease up on the governing style of your father," because they felt very oppressed by his father. So Rehoboam went to his father's advisors and said, "What should I do?" And his father's advisors gave him good advice. They said, "Well, you could stand to ease up. If you ease up, you're probably going to get some really faithful followers out of this." But we're told that Rehoboam rejected the advice of the older man, and instead he asked the opinion of the young men around him that he grew up with, who were now his advisors. And they gave him crude responses to share with Jeroboam. So, under Jeroboam's leadership, because they felt rejected, the northern tribes ended up splitting apart from Rehoboam's kingdom. God's people were divided. Now, it seems like Rehoboam's the bad guy here, but Jeroboam himself doesn't get a pass. Because later on in 1 Kings chapter 12, it tells us that Jeroboam takes some advice that causes him maybe even to accidentally establish idol worship as the pattern among this new people, God's own people worshiping idols. The reason he did this is because he was afraid that proper worship would lead them to eventually being reunified with the southern tribes. He crafted two idols. It was literally twice as bad as the idolatry that we see in Exodus when Moses was on the mountain meeting with God and they made the golden calf. Now, if your heart is broken by division among God's people, a unity that was created by the work of Jesus himself, you're not alone. It's a big deal for us in our youth ministry. That's why one of our mottos is different schools, but one Jesus. Doesn't matter what schools we go to, we follow the same Jesus, and we can learn how to do that together. But I also think we could find two solutions to this problem in 1 Kings 12. Number one, we can worship together properly in spirit and in truth, and that's going to keep us unified. Number two, we can seek to live by the best wisdom available to us.